This place was pretty rural back in the 1930s, with almost no houses. But less than 2 miles from here, there was a dynamite plant called the J.A. Den Powder Company. On June 27, 1934, a fire started in one of the buildings. The fire ignited 3,000 pounds of dynamite that they were making. Now, the expert I talked to said the blast was so massive that people were knocked off their feet about a quarter mile away. This house is less than 2 miles from where that blast was. People that did have houses here during that time, their windows were blown out. I actually got some footage of the scene. You gotta watch this, it's pretty devastating.
Look at the trees.
You said that you saw 5 to 7 bodies?
Yes.
Now, when it was all over, 11 people died. 7 died immediately. Most of the victims were male employees, but one stood out, 37-year-old female, Hazel Epley. When the blast hit, she was thrown about 100 feet in the air and died instantly. I managed to track down her coroner's report. Now, do you think this is what you saw?
Yes. I mean, it's interesting about the female, though. Because I was in the back bedroom over here, I encountered a dead female there. She had died a brutal death. I did figure out that she was one of the people that was burning.
So you think this woman might be this Hazel Epley?
It's a good possibility. Wow. So what I saw her doing specifically to the living in that back bedroom with the red bedspread was I saw her coming into the wall over the person. She is constantly touching the person. I also got her hitting the person in the head repeatedly. One of the things that she does with the living back there is that she will give them nightmares.
Amy, that room you're talking about, it's Bobby's room. Now, you talked about getting touched and everything. You explained that to me.
Getting my hair pulled, getting my shirt tugged on, but I'm also having night terrors.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So what else did you see on the wall?
I encountered another dead person, and he was showing me when he was younger. I saw him as a teenager, and then I saw him older, like in his 20s. What I got with him was that he was extremely confused, very lost, and very depressed. He was extremely afraid of people because he had been hurt many times. When I saw him, I got a lot of upper body pain and then a horrible, horrible taste in my mouth. I think he committed suicide. The other thing is he's not always here. He comes and goes. I couldn't figure out the relationship to this house with him. Perhaps in life and in death, he was being dragged back here.
Well, Bobby, I think we both know who she's talking about. Why don't you tell her about Jared?
Jared was my stepson. When he was 21, he committed suicide. He shot himself in the head at his biological mom's house. And he was exactly as you described him. Very, very depressed, but putting on a lot of love and silliness for everyone. I think he comes and goes to check on the kids. I've thought that since it happened.
It's a picture of Jared right here with the kids when they were younger. You think that's the kid you saw?
I had a sketch done of the person that I saw.
Well, I could see this looking like him.
Oh my God. You know, his eyes is what really gets me, the eyes and the eyebrows.
Precious boy.
You said to me that you thought he was here from time to time, and apparently you were right.
That makes me really sad.
He had such a hard life, and now he's still having a hard time in this transition.
One of the dead I'm most concerned about is a very angry male. And when I met him, I almost fell down from the force of anger and rage and hatred. To me, he looks gigantic. I'm extremely concerned about this particular dead person. He came off as like a real beast throughout my walk. I could barely function because of his presence. He feels like this is his space and nobody who is alive should be in these areas. And he can do something about it because he is very violent. For instance, he grabbed the back of my neck and he took his hand away and then it grew, like the pain grew. And I was like, whoa, I've never had that happen. He can also create emotional change within people. The reason why is because he's so angry. Basically, if you're in one of his areas, your personality can change like that and you can fly into a rage.
Well, you described a lot of the experiences this family's been having. I'm sure you noticed Betty's sling. Betty, tell Amy about how the fall took place.
We were cleaning the garage and I was out on the driveway. Suddenly, I was just on the ground, but there was absolutely no reason for me to have fallen.
Is he capable of that?
Yes, yes.
Amy, you also said this guy grabbed you by the back of the neck.
Yes.
Now, Dylan described his headaches to me.
He gets headaches that feel like someone is squeezing his head all the way around, and he'll get flashing light migraines. He kind of blacks out.
You mentioned the personality changes.
Dylan can be the funniest, happiest, brightest, most congenial boy in the car on the way home from school. He can get 1 to 2 feet away from the door to come in the house, and his mood switches like this. His face changes. As soon as we leave, he'll be fine again.
The majority of what you're talking about, I think, has to do with him, but there's also something else going on, too. I encountered a deceased woman during my walk. I'm concerned about her. She appeared initially to be stuck in her death state. Very terrifying. Pretty graphic and gory, like a walking corpse. She had tree limbs sticking out of her. I believe that she was murdered. So she has a lot of hate in her.
I didn't come across any female murder victims in my research, but you said you're concerned about her.
Yes. She can harm the living and do bad things. She specifically goes to the room at the end of the hall. I got that the person that she was messing with was a female and was about 17 years of age. I saw her leaning over this female, and this was odd. So she's leaning and she's cupping her face, and then she's drooling into the girl's mouth. I think whoever is back there has experiences with her. I think that there would be illnesses because this dead female is with her all the time. And essentially, she's slowly taking this person's life.
I knew it. I knew it.
Well, Amy, that bedroom you're talking about is Morgan's room.
That's been one of the greatest fears, is that she would be under attack and we wouldn't know because she couldn't express it.
I had a sketch done of what I saw in your daughter's bedroom.
I just want to prepare you. It's not great.
Oh, dear God.
The look on her face in this picture will haunt me.
Horrifying, yeah.
That's terrible. It's like a worst nightmare. I just want to get this thing away from her. And I just want to get my hands on this thing.